You think canned beans are a safe pantry bet? Some are stealth sugar and salt bombs in watery sauce, and a few raise real safety flags. Today, we're exposing 5 to skip and 5 to buy instead, so you don't pay premium prices for thin sauce and regret. Stay to the end for the simple shopping filter that flips your cart from edible crimes to reliable staples. We'll move fast: texture, sodium, acidity, packaging risks, then the clean, consistent options that actually taste like beans. Your next 10-minute dinner just got a lot better and cheaper. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. You crack the lid expecting comfort. You get dessert in a thin coat. The classic promise turns into a sweet slap and a puddle of sauce that runs off the spoon. The truth is, mass-market baked beans lean on corn syrup, vinegar, and vague pork flavoring instead of slow-cooked depth. Sodium per serving often blows past a sane per meal target, and shoppers report cans swinging from sharp and watery to syrupy and mush. One brand's acidity reads like marinating in vinegar. Another tastes like candy with a chemical tail. Thin sauces dilute flavor and separate, leaving mushy beans and a salty sting. If it drinks like watered-down ketchup, skip it.
Canned foods are subject to the same level of inspection as fresh produce, meat, and dairy to ensure they're contaminant-free. BPA is an industrial chemical that prevents food spoilage in cans. Research has shown it may be linked to increased risk of cancers. They tested 21 food cans from major Canadian retailers. 18 of them contained BPA in their lining.
Now let's move on to a can where the fat is the hidden fee. Let's start with the skip. Refried beans made with lard. Creamy should mean rich and savory. These land dense, oily, and oddly dull. You get weight without payoff. The truth is, lard loads saturated fat and drags the flavor. Salt runs high, so the first spoonful hits loud, then goes flat. Reheat a bowl, and it turns pasty with a greasy sheen that clings to the spoon, the skillet, and your tacos. Seasonings taste stale under the fat, and bowls feel coated, not lifted. You want creamy? Use lighter fat and real spices. Same body, cleaner heat, better control. You're not married to lard for flavor. Now let's talk about the spice trap that sounds fun and lands bland. Let's start with what that seasoned label really buys you. Big promise, small payoff. You open bold, you get salt, chili powder, and not much else. Heat it, and the beans slouch. The sauce thins out, the texture goes mushy, and the spice mix tastes canned, not cooked. Ingredient lists often tuck in sugar, thickeners, and natural flavors, plus salt levels that run higher than plain beans. Consumers flag a metallic aftertaste and a single-note burn that bulldozes everything on the plate. Skip the shortcut mix. Grab plain beans and season them yourself. You set the heat, the salt, and the body. But there's a bigger lever than spices alone, the liquid they sit in. That slosh you hear? Often more brine than bean. Heavy brine pads the weight and drowns the flavor before you even touch a salt shaker. You pour, and half the can races down the drain. Here's the kicker. High-sodium liquid crowds your recipe. Soups, salads, and quick sautés turn harsh fast. Rinse hard, and you still start salty. Brine levels swing a lot between brands, and some cans carry far more liquid than the beans need. So your serving racks up sodium fast, even after a rinse. Pick low brine or no salt variants. You pay for beans, not a salt bath.
Obesity and neurological problems in children, in part because bisphenol A is a known hormone disruptor.
How harmful this chemical can be.
And still, Health Canada maintains very low levels of BPA do not pose a health risk to the general population. Health Canada did label BPA a toxic substance in 2010, even banning it from baby bottles.
And what holds it all matters too, the package itself. You checked sodium and sugar, but the lining gets a free pass. Let's start with the skip, beans in cans that still use BPA-type coatings. The risk is quiet. Heat and time can pull compounds into the food, and you won't taste it until the damage is done. Regulators pushed for change, but supply chains are messy. A brand might switch one factory, not another. Old stock sits on shelves. Inconsistency is common. Guidance favors BPA-free linings or verified alternatives. And yes, glass jars keep it simple. Consumers also report metallic notes and odd-off flavors tied to packaging issues. Red flags you shouldn't ignore. Grab BPA-free or glass. Nothing changes in your recipe. Your peace of mind does.
In the US, the FDA calls it safe at the current levels occurring in foods, and European officials go even further. And yet the independent scientific consensus is mounting that bisphenol A does pose a risk to human health. That still raises questions about the alternative materials they're considering. Not all substitutes are the same, and the consequences on human health are still not known.
Now for the flip side. What to buy when you want clean flavor and control. You want sweet? Use onions softened in a little oil, a splash of tomato, or a spoon of real molasses. Not a syrup bath that sticks to your teeth before the plate hits the table. Most store-baked options load sugar, so the beans read dessert. No sugar added, cans give you a clean start. You build gentle sweetness with sautéed onions, tomato paste, and a hint of molasses or brown sugar used sparingly. Quick homemade baked beans take under 20 minutes with pantry staples. Canned beans, mustard, tomato, onion, and a touch of molasses for depth without the glare. Choose a no-sugar-added can and finish in your pan. You get control, not candy. And if you want creamy without the grease, there's a lane for that. Let's start with the fix hiding in plain sight: vegetarian or fat-free refried beans. You still get smooth, rich body, without lard floating on top or coating your tongue. The truth is, these cans lean on bean starch and real spices. They warm up clean, spread evenly in burritos, and take lime, chili, or cumin without fighting back. Nutrition panels show a sharp drop in saturated fat compared to lard-heavy versions, and tasting notes call out a cleaner mouthfeel that plays nice with salsa, lettuce, and fresh cheese. Heat, mash, season, done. Swap once. Your tacos taste brighter, your skillet wipes out in seconds.
And a staple in most kitchens.
But a new report finds a lot of canned food still contains an ingredient linked to birth defects and cancer.
This is just a sampling of them.
The Center for Environmental Health recently tested more than 250 cans purchased at supermarkets and dollar stores, reusable water bottles, and most toys. But the concerning chemical bisphenol A, or BPA, is still in a lot of food packaging.
And if you want the fastest fix, simplify even more. 1 can, 1 skillet, 3 spices, done. You get speed, control, and a clean base that plays nice with anything on the plate. Pre-seasoned beans set a ceiling. Plain beans let you build flavor from the bottom up. Start with a little oil. Toast cumin till it smells warm. Slide in minced garlic, then a pinch of chili. The spices bloom fast. Add the beans, stir, and deglaze with a splash of vinegar or stock to loosen the fond and brighten the pot. Salt at the end so the beans stay firm and the flavor reads clear. 5 minutes, and you outrun most flavored cans on taste, texture, and cost. If salt is your sticking point, there's an easy label to chase. Start at 0 so your dish can go anywhere. No salt-added beans give you a blank canvas, so your broth, herbs, and acid don't have to shout to be heard. High-sodium cans lock you into a loud base. Every add-in fights through the brine. With no salt, soups stay balanced, salads taste fresh, and kids' plates don't spike. You season with intent, not damage control. Rinsing helps, but starting low is cleaner. Cook with less, taste, then salt at the end. You keep the beans' texture intact and the flavor clear, instead of chasing a fix with sugar or extra fat. Grab no salt now, season later. Your food tastes like food again. And do not forget the container that protects all this work. The right package keeps flavor honest and texture intact. You want beans, not chemistry or mystery lining. Here's the snag. Inconsistent linings and older stock mean off notes, bulging cans, or seams you don't trust. That's why you should eat beans which are BPA-free or in glass jars.
Consumer Watch reporter Julie Watts explains.
Oh, is that yummy?
It's been removed from baby products, recurring in foods. California recently added BPA to its Prop 65 list as a chemical known to cause reproductive toxicity. The study found more than half the cans purchased at 99-cent only in Dollar Tree stores contain BPA.
BPA-free labels cut lining worries. Glass shows you the bean integrity and liquid level before you buy. Use simple checks. Avoid bulging, rusted, or leaking cans. Verify BPA-free on label. Glass jars often carry less liquid and hold firmer beans, like seeing the goods before you pay. Safer packaging isn't fancy. It's the simplest insurance for a staple you eat weekly. You now know the swaps that flip your cart from traps to wins. The real kicker: price and a shiny label don't predict bean quality. Salt, sugar, texture, and safe packaging do. If it eats like dessert, swims in brine, or comes in a suspect can, it's a pass. Build a smarter list. Skip dessert sweet baked beans, heavy brine, lard-loaded refried, spice smokescreen seasoned, and BP-aligned cans. Buy no sugar added, vegetarian or fat-free refried, plain beans plus your spices, no salt added, and BPA-free or glass. You get cleaner flavor, better control, and fewer headaches. If this gave you something to chew on, like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets. And drop your go-to brand in the comments.